Hey everyone, GamerJlee here, and welcome back to another video. And over this weekend, there were a lot of talks in the Halo community as there was a brand new blog post for the competitive and ranked scene in Halo Infinite. I was sitting on Twitter and I was just seeing tons and tons of upset pros and upset competitive players, and I'm someone who appreciates competitive Halo. The highest rank I ever got in Halo 3 was I think a 47 or a 48, and I appreciate that grind. And I appreciate, growing and getting better at the game. Well, this doesn't seem to be the case because the game ain't getting better, and none of us are going to be able to get better because we are just getting the short end of the stick repeatedly with Halo Infinite. Just repeatedly getting hit with that stick saying, back beast, you ain't getting shit. But this is what actually went down. So basically this blog post came out basically updating us about the current state of competitive and ranked Halo Infinite, and recently they did a full reset of all the ranks. Now I didn't know about this. I heard rumors and stuff and I just didn't really care, but yeah, my rank is reset. I have no rank. I am a nobody. I am a schlub. I am a jobber. I have no rank. And for me, I'm not really interested in going back and trying to grind this when there's still tons of issues, including the game crashing randomly, including the game not having good hit detection and desync, and tons of other things that happen constantly, including disconnects that I can't control. And we're going to talk about the reconnect issue here in just a little bit, but they did a reset, and basically what happened is that they had a bit of a improvement. They basically saw a reset in people's levels shifting about 150 to 300 CSR AK6 sub levels between ranks. So that is what people expected. But do you know what this also reminds me of is back in like 2014, 2015, somewhere around there, I think, when I was playing CSGO regularly. I used to play this game nonstop because Halo was dead at the time. Halo had nothing going for it, and the MCC had come out, was a total flop, was a total failure, was totally broken, and I was deep into CSGO at this time, and I was a super high rank. I don't know the rank. It was like the second to last like tier of ranks, and then they did a reset and I plummeted. I think I plummeted down to like gold or whatever the rank is. We are seeing this same kind of situation, and a lot of people are either happy about this or very upset about this. Now me, I don't really care because the game is not in a good state, and I do not feel like sitting down and grinding my way back up to where I was. So do a lot of people because they do this reset, but they don't address a lot of the issues that cause a lot of people to not have good ranks. But there were a few questions that did get asked by the Halo community that they supposedly answered, and by supposedly answered I mean basically shrugged off and said they'll be coming in a later season. Sounds familiar, right? So the first thing that we get is, will there ever be a Reconnect feature added to help in instances when I disconnect or have a game crash? And here's their response. We've also seen this request pop up quite a bit too. We like the idea, but we'll need to do additional investigating before we can make any comment. So basically what they're saying is, wait until season 3 or 4. Basically they're like, wait until season 2, wait until season 3. Like there's not even a idea of when this might be coming to the game. It's just wait until later, nothing to confirm here. And then we get the question right after that, Onyx is the highest rank right now. Will there ever be a champion rank again? We hear this feedback loud and clear, and we will be adding it in a future season down the road. Woo! Wait till season 3 or 4 because champ rank ain't coming, baby. Similar to the Reconnect feature, we still need to scope out the work for this before we can commit to any timing. And this got brought up by my friend Kevin Cool in his video. Why does work need to be scoped out for this? All it is taking the top 200 players, which you should have that data of who your top 200 players are in Halo Infinite rank, and then just giving them a different emblem. It shouldn't be a giant, we have to scope it out and do the analytics and basically plan for this. It should be as simple as a weekly update. This could have been a mid-season update, something. This is sad, and honestly I'm not the only one who sees this because there's a lot of people in the Halo community that also looked at this blog post and thought it was an absolute joke, starting with Team Respawn, who says this: 4 months in and the basic features are still not in the game. Big sad. Pretty big sad. You got Nades, who says desync Async, Theater, Forge, Co-op, more maps, no SBMM in social, XP ranks, more playlists, customs. These are all things that need fixing or implementing ASAP. Really should have been done at launch. 100% facts right there. It should have been done at launch. There's absolutely no reason why with 6 years of development, whether it got, development hell or reset or whatnot.
Sorry, I couldn't hear what you said.
My watch wants to butt in. I wasn't talking to you, Siri. These should have not taken months on end to correct and implement. I mean, we just did a video on this, but varieties of SWAT or tactical slayer are just being added to the game, and I guarantee you once the event's over, they're going away. They aren't coming back. They aren't going to be a permanent thing, which again is 343 giveth and then taketh away. I mean, we lost that other game mode during the Cyber Showdown. I don't see that in playlists anymore. Am I right? Is that gone? You giveth and you taketh away? Yeah, it seems to be a continuous thing with 343 and Halo. It doesn't stop there. Hidden Reach has this to say: I appreciate the transparency, but this system is incredibly flawed. No shit. The whole CSR correction works on paper, but from a player perspective, it's incredibly unfun and demotivating. Also, non-ranked playlists shouldn't have any tie-in to your rank MMR whatsoever. And you're gonna see the sentiment basically across the board for a lot of people. And I know that they actually do this same kind of thing in Apex Legends, a game that I love to death. Let's say I go and I play with Scrubsy and Verse, two of my good friends who I absolutely love playing Apex with. Literally, I can't, because they're in diamond and plat territory and they're getting, master ranks and Apex Predators and all that. And I'm the little gold boy who's maybe gonna get to plat, which we're actually gonna be doing a live stream on that might or might have not already happened, where I'm trying to get to plat. Twitch.tv/GamerJlee, shameless plug. But it really is hard to play with friends whenever their MMR is so high and so incredibly tied to the system that you can't even play with friends. And that again shouldn't be a part of the matchmaking system, at least for socials, in my opinion. Some people disagree, some people do agree. To me, it's a big old joke. But this is what Mitblins had to say: the biggest problem with this system is that since it upscales teammates' skill when they join me, I can't play social with friends. Exactly what I was just saying about my situation in Apex Legends. To meet you guys halfway, MCC is really good like this. Still has the same true skill matchmaking, but with friends, search times don't get super long. I want to see people play together. I want to see, the Halo community thrive. And by bottlenecking this with MMR and CSR in socials, you don't really have that options. And we've seen that happen throughout the player base recently, where it's just been dropping and dropping and dropping due to a lack of content or just a lack of fun and constant issues, lack of features, and so on and so forth. And this got the attention of Optic Lucid, who says this response feels so out of touch with the current state of how people feel about the current system. I know myself and others don't have the answers for a perfect fix, but why isn't there more accountability on the need for future change rather than explaining away what we are upset about? Exactly. Basically just regurgitating what we've already heard and explaining away why we're upset about this. It does feel that way, and a really good point by Optic Lucid. That seems to be the status quo. You don't understand why you're upset, so let us explain it to you. No, we know why we're upset, but you aren't explaining it in a good way that is understandable from most players' perspectives. But then we get onto a friend of the channel, Spyful, and he says the CSR going up and down may be doing what it is supposed to be doing, but can you not see why players don't enjoy the experience provided when they play their absolute hardest to win a 20-minute match just to gain 1 CSR, then the next game lose 10 CSR? Nobody wants this. And that actually brings up another point that I had on my brain at the time, and that's the fact that when it comes to ranked, it doesn't matter if you play the objective or if you win. All that matters in this game's mindset is your kill death ratio. Legitimately, how many assists are you pulling off, how many kills are you pulling off, and your deaths. And guess what? even if you do amazing when it comes to kill and death, unless you win that match on top of that, you are going to get screwed. And I've seen this happen multiple times. I was the one person playing the objective, carrying the ball, capping the flag, whatever the goal was at the time, and it was just a constant barrage of basically I would play the objective and be a good teammate, but guess what? I wouldn't get the CSR continuing to grow because I was playing the objective, because I was going for the win. So basically all my friends who were doing all the slaying and killing and assisting were going up, and I got stuck down below, and basically they outranked me constantly, even though we had been playing together non-stop. So to wrap this whole thing up, this is again another feeling of 343 being out of touch, another feeling of 343 basically going about this in the way of, you guys don't know why you're upset, let us tell you, and just copy paste basically previous blog posts, which is how a lot of people feel about this, with a few questions not really being answered and just being said, we are looking into this, look towards future seasons, we have to scope out the work for this, for things that shouldn't take this much work, and your team is continuing to dwindle. We've heard more and more about people leaving 343 Industries, about people asking for the release from their contract, and this continues to be a situation where even the people at the studio are tired of this franchise, are tired of working for this company, and feeling like they don't matter and their critiques don't matter, or they can't speak up. And that seems to be a constant thing throughout the community as well as in the studio themselves. But what are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comment section down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like on it. If you dislike it, go ahead and leave a dislike on it. And as always, GamerJlee signing out.